The final season and final episode of The Expanse has come and gone, and it was under enormous pressure from fans of the show, fans of the book series to stick this landing. Let's find out if they did it. Alright, so I finished watching the final episode of The Expanse last week. I wanted a week to kind of think about what we saw, what happened, get my thoughts in order, see if anything changed after a while. So I'll give you my opinion on the final season, and I will try my best to avoid spoilers, but yes, there inevitably will be spoilers to talk about. So the final season of The Expanse, in essence of a season of Expanse, if you catch my drift, is a great season. It stays true to the Expanse formula and delivers everything fans want from, awesome sci-fi space action, tremendous character development, even more world building, and it really hits on a lot of those notes that you come to expect from the show. However, as a final season for the show, I feel a different type of way about it. Now, this is going to sound strange, but myself, as long as many, for example, criticized Game of Thrones for reducing the episode count and accelerating that gas pedal to the point where plot points just breezed by, and it just knew they had a target they had to get to, and they wanted to get there as fast as possible, sacrificing good storytelling along the way in exchange for big action, awesome visuals, etc. The Expanse also did the reduction to 6 episodes, and I know that left a lot of fans potentially concerned on what we were going to see. And on one hand, I will applaud The Expanse for not feeling the pressure to change what has made them successful so far. They delivered a very Expanse-like season. But as a final season, I couldn't help but want more. If you're going to go the same pace as the other Expanse seasons, why not give us a few more extra episodes? I have never read the book, so I don't know where things go and whatnot, but when at the end of the previous season, when you tease all the stuff happened on Laconia and, all that stuff happening and like big plot points with the unknown aggressors, to then get into the season and not really touch on that much left me just a hair underwhelmed. When everything's said and done on the season, there are so many, I feel, plot points kind of unexplored that this could have very well just been the end of a season and we're getting another season next year. Who knows? Maybe they do that, but this very much feels like a soft season ending that really leaves it open-ended for future Expanse projects. Now, if we do get future Expanse projects and this is the end of the storyline of the main Rocinante crew, great, that's fine. But if this is the end of Expanse, in its entirety on television, then I can't help but feel a little underwhelmed with some of the stuff that wasn't explored. The heart and soul of this show was definitely the crew of the Rocinante, and how they navigated all these different political structures and social issues between Earth, Mars, and the Belt, and the various groups in the Belt, right? Like that drama and the intrigue there is really the core, and with the Rocinante being the very heart of that drama. But on top of it too, the big sci-fi thing that for me anyways, that brought me in was the intrigue and the mystery of the protomolecule and what that led to, and every season unraveled it a little more, and going into this season I was expecting a lot of stuff to be happening with Laconia, and to get like the little snippets at the beginning of each episode is fine and all. It's setting up what's kind of going on that planet a little bit through the eyes of the little girl, but we don't really get a payoff or even more knowledge of what's happening there. All we get is basically the people in control of Laconia have delivered the railguns to Marco, and then they're just like, what, we're done, we're closing the gate off, you're on your own now. So to me, there's a lot of question marks, and I'm really interested to know what's really happening there and what will happen in the future, right? So to not get any real resolution there left me a little feeling empty in that storyline. The season in general was really just the conclusion of the Marco and Naris arc. And again, I'm fine with that. And I thought it played out great. There's some great emotional moments. I really did enjoy how they did it. They were able to tie in the unknown aggressors, which I liked, so we got a little bit to do with that. Again, there's still a huge mystery, but we see a little bit more information about it. So earlier in the season, when Holden doesn't allow Naomi's son to get hurt, you knew they were going to come head to head with that decision again. So to see it go through and them allow it to basically happen for the greater good, it was a very, very great emotional scene. I loved it. I don't know if it felt a little cheap afterwards with the little tease at the end with what happened, but as it was playing on screen, it was definitely a great payoff. The Expanse has quickly become known for the great space battles and realistic space battles at that, and we got a great one early on. When the Pella detects the Rasenate and goes in to take it out nice and early, we got some great action there with the Rossi doing those 180 spins and firing its rail cannon. Like, that was another top-notch space battle for the Expanse. But the one thing I will say is the subsequent battles we got after that, for me personally, some of them were a little bit hard to follow. It was hard to know which ship was which when they were happening. It wasn't as clear to me as the other battles, but it's a very minor nitpick. All right, so let's answer 2 questions about The Expanse. Let's give this a score and explore whether or not this is the greatest sci-fi show we have seen yet. And my score for this final season is going to be an 8.3. If you've been following my reviews, that is a solid score and tremendous send-off for the Rocinante crew. And I got to give at least one shout-out to Drummer. She really was one of the best characters on the show. So congrats to the Expanse team for making an awesome show. And now, whether or not it is the greatest sci-fi show ever, I have maintained this has been my number 2 on my list with Battlestar on top of that mountain. And I feel when it's been all said and done, Battlestar still reigns supreme. Who knows? Maybe that can change with subsequent viewings or if we get more Expanse-related shows in the future. But as of right now, The Expanse is one hell of a show, and I would recommend it to anybody to watch. So let me know in the comments, did you enjoy this final season of The Expanse? And do you think we will see more in the future? Peace out, everybody. See you all in the next video.